Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today now I'm going to be fitting some little LED lights in the back of my cross member. I already had little LEDs there for brake lights and they just failed. Basically the water got into the cable and basically they stopped working. So just a short little video today installing them. So let's jump straight to it. So we're at the back of the cross member. I've got two side marker lights here already, which come on when I put my side lights on. So the plan is to put new lights in here into the NAS step bumper for brake lights. So these are the old lights I've taken off, and if you look at them, they're pretty bad. The wire's gone there, and what happens is the water's gone down, turned the copper cable black. So the new ones, got the new ones here. So I was soldering some new cable onto that. I make sure I got a good waterproof seal in there. So basically these will sit in the NAS step bumper, so there'll be extra brake lights on the back. Yeah, so I picked up some cable as well. I like to use this thin wall cable, twin core cable. So obviously you've got your positive and negative in there. So the plan will be strip this wire back, put a good solder on there, put some heat shrink on that as well. And jobs are good, and then feed the cables down. I'll show you where they're all going to go and how they fit. But it's just a little extra brake lights for the back. Like I say, they were pretty bad, to be honest. One of them wasn't working, one of them was working, and I thought they'd been on there a long time, and obviously water's travelled down and sort of killed them. So what I need to do is get access, feed the cable up through the back here, take this speaker out, this out here, feed the cable up through there, and because I got a high level brake light at the back of my Defender here, there's a power cable there, so basically I'll just solder all that in. There's no need to cut any cables or wires or anything, and then I should have two either side extra brake lights. So I've taken the speaker panel off, exposing all the wires. So this is the wire that's feeding through for the high level brake light at the back. So I know that's a live wire, so I've just stripped that back. So the next job for me now is to feed the wire down and then solder them on both sides, and then basically put them on there, solder that. The last time I'd done this job was about 10 years ago, and I don't think I soldered the wires, and what's happened, water's got in and turned those wires black, and obviously then they've just failed. Yeah, you can see how bad that's gone on that one. Anyway, chuck them in the bin. Here's the new ones. So the plan is now just to give these a bit of a wire strip back and what have you. So what I'm going to do is put some heat shrink over them, solder them on to the new wire. So I've got the new wire here. So spray a bit of it back. So you've got nice new copper wire. So this is like marine grade wire. So I've gone for a flat wire on this. You can get this in round as well. So what I'll next do, I keep saying the word so, don't I? Sorry about that. Solder them onto there like that. Put some heat shrink on there. So first thing I need to do is feed this wire down to know what length I need, because I've got about 10 meters of this cable I bought. So I won't need all that. So first thing I'm going to do is feed this wire down, solder one light on, and then I know what wire then I need to cut off inside. So I've got to do this twice on both LEDs. The next job now is to feed the wire down through that grommet underneath, so I need to take some paneling off inside here. I can't get the camera in here to show you, it's too dark anyway. And then feed the cable down to the relevant LED, solder that on, fed the cable through down to the bottom, just use a bit of piping, taped it on. Right, so I got the cable through, and what I've done is I've put the grommet, the chassis grommet, in the back of this. So all I need to do now is feed this cable through. All this will be going in split conduit. So that will come through. So all I need to do now is for the LED light, join those onto there, put some heat shrink on there, push that back into the grommet. So then basically that will sit in there, right the way back. You can't really see it. And that'll be one side done for the brake lights. My soldering iron, which I bought from Lidl's, got some gas, so we need to gas this up. And let's see if this works, because I haven't used it for a while. There you go. So we'll let that warm up for a bit. Just gonna do these up. Right, the other way sometimes works for me is just make a little hole in the wire like that and just squeeze that through, pull that out, and then you can feed that wire in there. I don't know how this is going to look on here. Cross one over, bring this one over. You can always cut off the excess, because obviously it'll be a bit lumpy when you come to solder that, but that's quite tight there now. It's a good join there, so I can snip those off, which I probably will. Solder that over, slide the heat shrink over, and then put the rest of the heat shrink over, and that job's done on that side. There you go, so that's nicely soldered all the way around. So I'll just slide that over. So I'll probably get my heater on that, actually be better. Try the lighter again, but it is a bit windy out here today. Yeah, it's not having it, so I'll get my big heater on that. So once they're done, I'll slide that, like I said, I'll slide the rest of that over. I got 2 of them on there, the other one's up further, and then I'll feed that through the grommet after. It'll be straightforward enough. Just take that off, rubber cap off here, and slide it through there, and that side's done. There you go, guys, all done. All soldered and heat shrunk together. So there you go, that's the grommet. So feed that through, and what I need to do now is put that plastic cap back on. A bit fiddly to do. There you go. So that will sit in there like that. Out a minute, put that square. So there you go, that's what it'll look like. Put it on the back of here. So I got myself a little bit of GT85 just to help that go in, and that will go in there. They are tight, so let's see if I can get this in. We've got the camera in the way, struggling here as usual. Let's go in. There you go, that's in. Give it one more push in. There you go, that's in. There you go, guys, all done. That side. Let's come over quickly. See that one? Go, there's the 2 wires coming up to the live, which I've heat shrunk there. And then this one I've just got to solder this then. These are the earth wires. So I've just got to solder that onto there, put some heat shrink. Put a ring connector on there. So there's the earths for the brake lights, and everything else I've got connected up.
A few moments later.
So there you go, guys. All the brake lights are working. The 2 on the bottom are working. The 2 little LEDs I put on as well, they're working. Really pleased with them. It was a little bit potchy to fit, getting the wires through and everything, because I had lanyard guarded everything, so my hands were covered in lanyard guard as well. But overall, I'm really pleased with how they look. So you've got your high level brake light as normal, and then you've got your side lights, which are normal brake light, and I've got your extra LED brake lights on the bottom, which I'm really pleased with them. After having troubles with the old ones I had on there, with them going, the wires sort of perished, gone black, and they stopped working. So yeah, just a nice little job. If you've got a Defender and you wanted to fit some extra little light, yeah, definitely go for some little sort of small little LED lights on there. Brilliant. Right, till the next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.